I have made a Demon Slayer 2 tier list about 3 weeks after launch, and this is the first time I'm gonna look at it since I made that video. Okay. This game hasn't had any balance patches, but it did get 2 new DLC characters that we must place on this tier list. And I figured we just had Ultimate Burst, the biggest Demon Slayer 2 tournament that we've had recently, so this is the best possible time to place Muzan and Kaigaku on this tier list. But first I gotta fix this, bro. And to fix this, I probably need to create a brand new tier above A, which I'm simply gonna call A+. And that's because I see a lot of characters here that I think are not quite at S tier level, but they are so close that they don't deserve to be at A. They deserve to be a little closer to that top tier spot. For instance, I may have rated Zohakten a little too high. He's still very, very strong, but I think he's an A+ character, not an S tier character. He's not dueling alongside Akaza or dueling alongside the current meta, which we'll get to right now. Brand new S tier Gyome. In the first week of Demon Slayer 2, I thought Gyome was S tier, one of the strongest characters in the game. And then I think we figured out how to counterplay him, but months later we're back to him being meta. Straight up, the meta right now is Gyome plus one of these assists. Depending on the matchup, the best option changes. Which is why I gotta put these 4 characters in A+ as well. Murata, Genya, and big upgrade to Urokodaki. Murata mainly for the assist, Genya and Urokodaki actually work as the active characters too. Urokodaki especially is incredibly slept on. I'm gonna downgrade Edie Zen right here as well, but these are top tier assists. But a top tier assist only works if you have a top tier character to go with it. Sanemi, in my opinion, is still an S tier. I think his assist is still meta, even though a lot of people don't use it. And I don't know what happened with Mitsuri. She's not played as much anymore, but in my opinion, she didn't get any weaker. So I'm gonna keep her in the S tier as well. Susahaba, on the other hand, I am gonna downgrade a little bit. It's not as free wins as it used to be. I think players got used to the Yahaba assist and are now parrying a lot more consistently. From the A tier, I also gotta upgrade Muichiro to the A+. And look at the rest of this list, I'm kinda good on A+ and S tier characters. I do have some characters on the A tier that I am gonna downgrade, and the first one I'm gonna downgrade is actually Susanoo. I'm gonna push her all the way down to C tier. Susanoo by herself got hella nerfed, and I guess that nerf hit her harder than I initially predicted. I'm gonna promote Gyu to the A tier. I think this guy is stronger than I give him credit for. Both Gyu Normal and the Academy version, both of them are very viable. Normal Gyu deals more damage, the Academy version takes less damage, so you either want a bigger damage dealer or a bit more of a tanky character. It's kind of up to you. I may also promote Gyoko to the A tier. We don't have a lot of Gyoko specialists, but the ones that exist are hella scary. I'm also gonna promote Daki up to B tier, along with Swordsmith Village Tanjiro. I don't want to spend too much justifying why I changed my opinion on all the characters. Basically, I either got my ass whooped by one of these, or I got to see some new tech that I wasn't familiar with before. But I don't want to spend too much time on it because I know you guys are here for Kaigaku and you're here for Muzan. So first up, Muzan. The free DLC came out and I think the character is very strong. I don't think the character was broken in any way. Kind of the pinnacle of balance. He had a little bug where Tanjiro could just throw him and then go into an infinite combo. They fixed that. So now I think he lives around here, A tier. Oh, none of these are ordered, by the way. But yes, I think Muzan has incredible damage. Every time he touches you, he's gonna hurt a lot. But also every time you touch him, he's gonna hurt a lot because he's got the worst stats in the game. 1.25 times damage taken. He takes as much damage as Enmu and Akaza. Plus, just like Enmu, he has the worst dash speed in the game, a level 1 dash speed, and that really hurts him in neutral. It's hard to get in as Muzan unless you are spending demon bars, which yes, one of those demon skills is a teleport. But if that's his one option to get in, then the opponent can play around it. That said, if he does get the health lead, his skills are gigantic. He's got some huge buttons, which makes him really effective at keeping you out of range, or at least at hitting you as you're trying to approach. Muzan is one of those characters that is very matchup dependent. In general, in Demon Slayer, there are a few characters like that, especially demons. Demons have some very good and very bad matchups overall, and Muzan is one of those characters that especially thrives in certain matchups. So yeah, ultimately, this is where I'm gonna place him on the tier list. A tier is really strong. You can definitely win with Muzan, but you gotta put in a lot more work than you would if you picked another one of those top tiers. And then we have Kaigaku, the most recent DLC character, and this guy, I've heard some people call him top 5 in the game. I don't know if I agree, but my tier list is not gonna disagree with you, because I'm gonna put him on the A+ spot. And because this isn't ordered, you could say that he's the strongest A+, and that puts him at top 5. I'm not ordering it though. put him back at the bottom. So the thing that makes Kaigaku stronger than Muzan in my opinion is, first of all, level 2 dash speed. He can play neutral without having to use his skills, just with the dash dance. Of course, the level 2 dash speed is not as good as the level 3 dash speed, but it does allow him to play neutral for free against most of the cast. Kaigaku, much like Muzan, also has very good damage. Some people will disagree with that, and to those people I will say, stop looking at the damage numbers in training mode and start looking at the health bar. This is a 50% combo, even though the numbers do not show you anything above 4,000 damage, because the damage counter still does not take poison into account. CyberConnect 2, please show us the poison damage. You wouldn't believe the takes I have to hear because of this. So, he can play neutral for free, he has solid damage, and then he has incredible guard pressure. Kaigaku is a character that has armored moves that are safe or even plus on block, and that means you can safely damage an opponent's guard, forcing them to try to escape somehow before their guard gets broken. Plus, he has a very quick grab, so his mix-up is also excellent. Now, I've seen a lot of people abusing guard skill on block. That's unsafe. It's not an easy thing to punish. Some characters need a perfectly timed push block and a lunge in order to punish something like this. Others can just do it. They just have good buttons. And maybe if you didn't know this, you would say Kaigaku is top 5. I could definitely see that, but I think his guard pressure mainly comes from his Tilt Demon skill. Not only is that an incredible neutral button, because of how far it travels, it is armored and it is plus on block. If you dash an opponent's guard, there's a gap that they might parry, but they're also in a mix-up situation, because you can cancel that dash and go into a grab. The thing that pisses me off the most about Kaigaku though is his ultimate. His ultimate is one of those that has poison damage, and because it has poison damage, it deals less real damage. Ultimates usually are something you use to finish an opponent off. The remaining poison damage is not going to do it. I cannot tell you how many times I've been this close to a kill because of that ultimate. Also, I don't think he has a very good surge. He can't really be too aggressive because there's a lot of options he cannot cancel from when he whiffs his skills. And demons like the surge because they heal a lot from it, so having a bad surge for killing opponents ultimately is also going to hurt this character and prevent him from being a top tier for me. But I still think he's A+. Being able to cancel guard skill on whiff into other options is godlike. Being able to throw heat lightning into throw on block without the opponent being able to do much about it is incredible. Being able to control neutral by putting heat lightning on the ground is also really cool. And that's in addition to the damage and the guard pressure that I just talked about using all of his armor. This character has got a lot of different tools and I think he's really strong, but not a top tier. And looking at this tier list, I do feel much better about it now. I don't know if I'm 100% yet though. Like in my mind, for instance, I think Daki is a B tier now for sure, but Gyutaro is stronger than her, and so is the team. Are they an A tier though? I don't think so. So there's a little bit of inconsistency here that is bothering me. Also, Yorichi type 0, I still believe in the potential of this character, but a lot of players have tried him and failed. So maybe it's time to accept that he's a B tier, but I'm not ready to do that just yet. We also had a lot of professional players try out the wives early in the game and to great success, but they all dropped the wives at some point in favor of some other characters. Doesn't that mean the wives are actually A+ though, and pro players are just going for the S tiers? Or is it because the potential that they saw wasn't actually there, and they're actually on the correct tier right here? Also, we just had a Makomoin Grand Finals, and I have it on B tier, so I can't really explain that. Yushiro is still here, by the way. Yushiro is considered to be one of the weakest characters by everyone. I still believe in his reset potential, man. But a lot of this is theoretical, so I would not be surprised if by the next time we revisit this tier list, I have some opinions again. Just like I bet you guys have some opinions right now. So yes, if you disagree with any of my takes, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. If you missed Ultimate Burst, the VOD is up on the channel. We had more character variety in this tournament for Demon Slayer 2 than I've ever seen in a Demon Slayer 2 tournament. It's not all just a Kazin Susamaru anymore. This game turns out is in a pretty good place. That's gonna do it for me. For more anime games, you can check out this video right here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.